Okay. It's actually very little to cover tonight. The agentic system is up and running.
Hmm.
I ripped out the TMAX stuff, the TTYD stuff, and honestly, good riddance to it. Um, I spent, that's where I wasted time. Like, I lost time on that one. And turns out we didn't need not a lick of it. So that was a very frustrating experience all around. I feel like we lost maybe 2, possibly even 3 weeks. But
Oh,
here
that's
we are.
quite a reasonable kill early. Um, but it sucks to be the one doing those 3 weeks.
And it sucked too. Like, it was not pleasant. It was frustrating, and then it just got thrown out. So anyway, here we are. Um, Turns out that the Codex CLI has a great programming interface that has only recently appeared and wasn't present
Hmm.
when I'd started. I've been using I've been using Codex like on the web pretty thoroughly. Like, I use it a lot now.
Hmm.
So the inter-agent communication works just fine.
Hmm.
I got the Docker images tidied up. I can say, make me a new agent. Tell it to only act like a pig. And check out the hell repo for it. Then ask it what the time is. So, inter-agent communication is more difficult to see inside of now.
Hmm.
Um, it is, it's there, but you got to kind of dig into it. So I don't know if we need like a little terminal tool to help us read it or see it. It's there in the agents that called it, but it's difficult to get to on the command line without
Hmm.
an extra tool um, that I make. So uh, I suddenly feel like I have like almost nothing to talk about. I did work to make the system look exactly like it did the day before, but that was work. um,
Okay, well, I got a couple questions.
okay.
What was it called? Conversation Dragon, I think it was. So went through the stuck loop, um, and went around 4 churns of it, where it was proposing agents in order to do it. The question is, every time that I was creating these agents, I'm still shitting all over instructions.md.
Mm.
Um, so the question is there a way to prompt it not to do that?
Prompt it to not use instructions.md but instead use agents.md.
Yeah, or append both. But I don't want to get rid
Well,
of what was previously there.
yeah, because what's previously there is honed for codecs.
Yeah.
So that would come down to you doing the really cockatoo. You would need to do the tool prompting to make that work. So, um, early cuckoo. Don't I always read that as cockatoo? Whatever.
That was cop two, wasn't it?
Cuckoo.
Oh, there you go, the right one. Yeah.
Tell me I don't know how to say
Cuckoo.
cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo? Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Is that the right way to spell it? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, yes, it
Okay.
is. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. It just seems odd to my eyes, though. It was like,
You
is that
probably
really how
don't
you
see the
spell it?
word cuckoo all that
I
often,
haven't. I don't think I've probably ever written it down. So
or shouted it or anything. So,
yeah.
repos. Hold on, buddy. I'll answer your question. I promise.
It's all right. Standing by.
Okay, so in this file, in the supervisor tx-agents, this is where tool prompting is occurring. And so create agent is where the tool prompt for the text that the bot receives.
Okay.
Right, and that's where you say, like, supply an optional instructions file to use as the agent's system prompt. This is not recommended as it overwrites the vendor supplied system prompt. I made that shit up. Like, I mean, it is not recommended, but we still need the functionality to replace the system prompt wholesale on occasion. But this is really a prompting issue. So I don't have the skill or the time to be changing these prompts to in response to substandard behavior. So
well,
what do we do?
I've got the motivation to do it, so that's fine. Just need to know.
So that file is tx-agents. So if you go in there,
Where are you at? Early cockatoo. Is this just a random agent you've gone into here, or is this a specific?
this is a random agent. Like every agent has every agent has full access to the shared folder, which it shouldn't, but it does. So what are you gonna do? So computers, test computer.
Yep.
So that's sort of in the repos there.
Okay.
I will. I can't clone the whole damn thing, can I? Because it's not. Fuck it. Fuck it. This is getting annoying. I will flick this public just so that we can clone it momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
Artifact codex code, because I haven't got permissions sorted, so we can only do the public cloning using the HTTPS interface. Blah 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 blah. Git clone that thing. What the hell?
Yeah. So, what are you cloning to where and why? Here.
I'm cloning the artifact codex repo to the repos of the test computer, and I'm doing it so that you can access it inside of any random agent.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're cloning this inside of the computer's test computer, so I can get access to that anyway. If I go to computer's test computer repos, in a moment, it's going to turn up. So I don't need to do that. Is that right?
Correct. That's right. I neglected to do the thing I said I would, which is make it public.
Well, you don't need to, because I've got access to computers.
Change visibility, change to public. Yes, I want to make this.
Not work. Oh, okay.
Well, no, because I put it private because I'm like, fuck everyone, but I can't do it. Like, otherwise, then we need to log in with credentials, which is super annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was public weeks ago. Who even cares? For now, here we go. Okay, it's public, and now I come back to the thing. Git clone, because only on HTTPS can you clone without logging in. And now you have the artifact codex repo. Yep. So what I'll do is I'll so this was cuckoo, sorry, early cuckoo. What I'll do is I'll go make a new agent, and check out the artifact codex repo. into it along with the HAL repo. So I'll make you this agent, and then I'll pass it back to you.
Okay.
And then you can use it.
So we've got religious mastodon. I love these names. They're brilliant. Okay, so if I go to religious mastodon,
Yep.
what I want to do is to be able to fiddle with that rough and ready prompt, such that I don't wipe out instructions.md. Now, two questions. First one is, do I just go in to religious mastodon and tell it, okay, so I'm going to edit this one, here's the new prompt, boom. And the second thing is, if the new prompt, how are we doing the new prompt? I can try and get it to append into instructions.md, or is there a separate file, which we talked about keeping it separate so we didn't wipe out instructions.md. When an agent is called, where does it understand to get its sysprompt if I want to add to the bottom of it?
I'm sorry, that was I didn't manage to keep track of all the things that you were asking me there. So first, starting from the first one, where the files in Religious Mastodon, in the workspace, you've got a copy of Artifact Codex. What I would suggest you do there is you cd into the workspace, into Artifact Codex, run Codex, and then you say appraise. Oh god damn, these things are getting annoying. Appraise the effectiveness of the tool prompting in at tx.agents.yes, because it seems to default to replacing the instructions rather than using the agents.md method that I prefer. And you just do something like that, and then...
All right. And so if I can get that tight, then on creating a new agent is appending agents MD to the end of instructions MD?
No, that's a totally separate thing. So if you went in here and you modified the tool prompting for the TX agents, then I would need to merge that back into the main branch and then publish an updated version. That's separate from modifying the agents.md file. When you create an agent, you can tell it to either type in the words straight to it to put in for agents.md, or you can point to a file that it will copy over and put in if you wanted to like reuse a file or something like that. The issue, the way they work is that agents.md is concatenated with the vendor supplied, OpenAI supplied system prompt. But if you use the instructions field, then it will overwrite the OpenAI prompt, as well as if you supplied agents.md, it'll add that on afterwards as well.
Okay, so the route would be I could pistol whip it in the prompt, create an agent, only alter agents MD, do not under any circumstance alter instructions MD. That would be a workaround.
Yeah, but it feels like you, on some occasions, you do need to overwrite instructions.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sometimes you do, but at the moment, I think
an easy way, a good way, is I could split it out into two different actions, where one is creating an agent with new instructions, and another, a separate function, is what you use to create an agent where you just use the agents.md route. And then that makes it very distinct what you're doing. You can't do them both at
Um,
once.
Actually, that sounds quite nice because what I want to do is get it to default to just writing to agents MD unless I specifically say wipe out instructions,
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like
using
that's what you want.
instructions.
So the I think maybe the reason why this came about is because that bug I told you about in the way that the schemas for the functions go, I because of the way Codex is coded, I can't put in a schema that will only let it be either instructions or agents.md. And so because
Uh-huh.
both those fields are available in the function, um, in hindsight, it makes more sense to go with instructions. Like if I'd just seen the system for the first time, I would go with instructions because I'm like, I want to give it instructions. What's this agents MD thing? You
Uh-huh.
know, so if I'll split you into two functions then, right? Agent create instructions, and agent create MD,
Yeah, and unless I
or I'll
in
name
the
them
prompt to
severely.
yeah,
Like,
unless I specify inside of the prompt when I'm making an agent that I want it to whack the instructions, use new instructions.
right.
Unless I say that, instruction stays default, and the prompt goes into agent.md
Okay, I'll
instead.
split that into two functions for you.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Until that is done, what should it do? Do I mess
Just
around
pistol
with
whip it. Just tell it, do not
at the prompt?
use, yeah, tell it,
Yeah.
do not use instructions and use agents.md. I find
Okay.
that
All right.
if you just say, I want you to make the agents.md be, and then I tell it, that usually works pretty good for me.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. But it's
All right.
really like I want to get you to the stage where you can look at these code bases and you don't have to understand what's happening inside them, but you can ask codex questions of it and it will go through and give you answers.
Yeah, because now we've got Artifact Codex, I can ask Religious Mastodon now questions about that Artifact Codex, right? I can
Mm,
say, right, okay, give me an exact summary of what each folder is meant to do, for example,
yeah.
and you should be able to do that. Okay, that's good. Um, all right.
All right.
So that was the first question. Second question is in what was it? Conversation Dragon, I think it was yesterday. Built up a fairly reasonable first stab at the stuck loop. Um, I mean, it's still ratty as hell, but um, it's yeah, in talking through the thread, it suggested, well, okay, so the first thing it said was a sliding window. So by stuck loop from the top, take a thread and then pointing it at the thread of 2 days ago. Take that thread and pull out the stucks, and it did a pretty good job actually. It pulled out 21 stucks where it was looking at. I think I sent over in the text. What it was looking for is like, where did you get frustrated? Would you have to ask again? Um, where did it error and that sort of thing? And it came out with a reasonable set of heuristics for stucks. It's a good start. So pointed that back and got a list of stucks. Some of them were um, uh, um, constrained because it was using a sliding window in the thread, and so it suggested, well, okay, let's break this into two passes. One fast pass, which is the sliding window one, and then after you finish that, you do a kind of full pass where you're looking at, say, if I had an issue at the top of the thread, did something else, then had the same issue further down the thread, the sliding window would not get that. So the
Hmm.
next pass is how do you link those, and
Mm.
then give a prompt a stuck back out. There is also did a quite good job, actually, really good job of breaking out stucks that are user errors, as in I was just asking the wrong thing, um, versus things that was being asked which was reasonable, which just didn't work.
Right, I think that sort of shows that the bot um is very smart, and it just does
Oh,
this. It works like we expect it should now. Finally,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All right, so
yeah.
really, I think what I got to do is I got to get on with getting the threading concept into the agent-to-agent communications, because I realize that threading is critical for services. You
Mm-hmm.
can't have a service that you're trying to hit to do something unless it's capable of servicing multiple conversations reliably.
Yep,
And I
yep.
think that's pretty straightforward. I also have to make it hot boot, but I keep sort of pushing that out because I'm like, you don't really complain about it that much, and
Yeah, so,
it does kind of
but
work
yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, these services. I think I text you about this. When I kind of took a step back and thought about it, we're absolutely right that that is the next thing to
all
do
right,
because
so yeah,
it,
I'll get a basic service up, and then that'll change how we look at everything, really.
yeah,
Um,
because what I've got here is a thread of a kind of proto stuck loop, and
yeah,
I need to stuff it somewhere. And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
right, that's a service, right? So,
yeah. Okay,
um,
I'll get the first shaky version of a service up, and then we can talk about that. Is it okay if I call it there?
yeah, 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 absolutely,
Okay, thank you
absolutely.
very much. I'm sorry about
We've
that.
been hammering quite hard.
Yeah.
When do you want to meet next?
Shall we call it Monday?
Yeah, cool.
So
I like
I'll
that.
go. I'll message you if I get anything extra for you to play with. But yeah, I'm just this is working really good for me, man. This model, like this is fucking nice. Like I turn up, I got everything I want right there. I love having disposable um environments. Like I can tell Codex go to
Yeah,
town. I'm like, I don't care if you overwrite my system files. I don't care. I don't care. Just do it. And then if it busts,
you're
I
using
just
that a lot.
open up
You're
and
using that a lot.
it's
Yeah,
freedom,
just
right? You just
yeah,
like
throw up a few agents. It's like right, that didn't quite work. Okay,
yeah,
tear them down, build some new
it's
ones.
like an
It's like
invincible
there you
computer.
go.
Like I don't have to be careful at all. Like
Yeah,
I'm just not worried about any damage whatsoever.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. Well, what I'm going to do today and over the weekend is well, I'm just going to start probing it again. Um, remembering that, of course, we don't have services yet, so we don't really have anywhere to stuff it except a repo. But we can always
Yeah,
go back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you really want an agent that has a long-lived name that you can talk to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, again and again,
And
right?
that agent is a black box, and it might be a
Yeah,
kind of entry portal into a number of other agents that does stuff and comes back.
yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? Like it's all
Yeah,
behind the interface. All right, I'm convinced that that's sort of the next. It's not workflows. Workflows is cool, but it's actually services that are the
yeah,
main one. And in
yeah,
fact, you can do an imperative service where you've got like one bot that is like knows about this other service and this other service and can talk to them. Like you can set up a workflow ish type of thing with a handful of bots. You just can't do it at scale or with testable
yeah,
certainty and all that. But you can definitely get a feel for it, eh?
yeah, yeah. And there's when in the two modes when you're architecting the bots, you kind of want to tell it what you're trying to do in sequence, but it's really good. I mean, you know, single shot comes back with a process, and you
Mm,
look at it and go, "That's better than I could have done." Uh,
mm.
cheers, mate. Um, but also, what that makes me think is there might be a place for dynamic workflows.
Oh, there is absolutely, there absolutely is. But we'll get to that in due course, and it will include dynamic testing, where it tests as
Yeah.
well. Mate,
Oh, we're so close.
all you gotta do is
I'll
just
get that over 100,000 for
yeah,
sure today.
yeah. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Sorry to
I'll
cut
see you on
short
Monday.
today.
No, no, that's absolutely fine.
I
By
have
me.
worked very hard, I must say, just in my
Yes,
defense.
this tempo uh is quite grueling actually.
It's pretty grueling. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
All
mate.
right.
I'll see
All
you
right.
later.
So yeah,
Do you need
peace.
this posted by the evening, or can I do it tomorrow?
Do it tomorrow.
Okay,
Fine.
sweet.